Good evening, my friends. Kevin, the Comic Doctor here with another edition of CGC Unboxing Extravaganzas, my friends. That's right. We are here today to unbox just one box only. This actually is the fourth or fifth box that was a part of another order that just came back, the last unboxing that I did, that huge 125 box unboxing. This was kind of a stray box that hadn't arrived yet. So we're going to do that one tonight. And there are far more on the way. Guys, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser. I'm also an authorized CGC dealer located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And this is a live CGC unboxing. If you love your comic books, if you love to check out what's hot in the world of comic books, this is the place for you. I sure hope you'll hit that subscribe button, like button. You know what? By doing so, you let more people know about what we're doing here and bring more people to the channel. I'd certainly appreciate that. Hit that like button too, like I said, and the notification bell is also nice because, you know, like today, I kind of went live impromptu. I wasn't going to do it today, and I said, hell, I'm going to do it, and here I am. But enough of that. Also, if you do hit subscribe, you can join us in the chat area and momentarily, because I'll be going over to the chat room to say hi to you guys. If you have any questions about comic book pressing, cleaning, comic book collecting, or what I'm doing here up here in Oshawa, or how things are going up here, I'm happy to answer those questions in the live chat. Okay, let's go over to about 25 books. One magazine came back in error. Check it out. Here we go. It is the overhead cam. Here we go. This here is Steven's books. And you've heard me mention Steven before if you're a follower of this channel. Steven is located in California, and look at that. His book has arrived here. Yet again, CGC has screwed up and sent a book that was slated to be delivered to Steven to me. So again, I have to pack this baby up. And you know what? I'm just going to pack. I'm not even going to deal with CGC this time. I'm just going to eat it and eat the cost and send it because I'm tired of dealing with them. It'll take them a week to send me a friggin' label for this. They'll fix the problem. I don't want to deal with them. They still owe me like $300 from the last screw up they did. I don't even know if I don't even know if they've given me that credit because I haven't received a statement from CGC in about a month and a half. It's like, I don't understand this company. Okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Happy thoughts. I'm not going to do that today. Anyways, we got a Spectacular Spider-Man from 1968. That's right. And a 6.5. Again, California bound very, very soon. I'm going to take this one out of the way, though, because it's the wrong size for the other ones. So I'll put this off to the side. And I got to check very carefully. I did see a piece of plastic on the top of this box. And I want to make sure that if any of these are damaged, they'll go back. All right. What do we have next? All right, we've got a Wolverine miniseries, number 1 in a 9.6 white pager. Now, check this out. Very thick stack of invoices here. I don't know if you can see this or not. It's a very thick stack. And those are, so we got a lot of small orders here. 1 book orders, 2 book order, 3 book order, whatever. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this. I'll continue. We also have a copy of Wolverine number 1 to go with that Wolverine limited series. This one here is a 9.8. We also have we're on a Wolverine kick here, guys. Wolverine Origins number 1. I'm just checking very carefully for any chips on these. And that is also in a 9.8. Conan the Barbarian, number 23, first appearance of Red Sonja, in an 8.5, right there. And we'll do one more before we go to the live chat. There's a bunch of you over there right now. Ghost Rider number 1, in a 7.0. It's a clean looking book right there. And, okay, I'll do one more. What the hell? I'll do one more. Star Trek, number 1, in a 4.0. Now, this book was accompanied by another big one. Let's see if it's in there. I want to see that. Let's see. Is it there? It's coming up. It's coming up later. Anyways, I'm going to pack these babies up because, again, when my stack gets high, I got to pack them back up. And that's my opportunity to go over to the chat room and see what you guys are talking about. If you have any questions for me, again, fire away. We got Pat's the first one here. How you doing, Pat? And first, thank you very much, Pat. I certainly appreciate that. You know what? My video camera was not working, and I rebooted the system, and abracadabra, it worked. And I was going to start tinkering, and I said, wait, why am I tinkering? Just reset the damn thing. And sure enough, it fixed the problem. All right. Brian's here. Evening. Oh, see, look at this. Okay. I've got a piece of plastic. See, look at this. This is what's concerning me. A piece of CGC plastic in one of the bags. So I've got to make sure these are okay. I'm going to check these again before I'm going to check them all really carefully, really quickly. Brian says, evening, all following Pat Sherwood's example, hit the like button. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Brian, your stack of books. A lot of you guys have been waiting very patiently while I changed locations. I'm just checking these all out, guys, because I got a feeling one of them's cracked. And I've been reviewing books for the last 3 days, going into the shop and reviewing. Tomorrow, I have my computer system set up at the shop now, so I'll be doing CGC orders tomorrow, probably Saturday after shop hours, Sunday, and then on Monday as well. So I anticipate a really huge CGC submission next week, early next week. So again, thank you for your patience to all of you during the transition and the move. It was pretty damn stressful, actually. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I'm not seeing any cracks on here, so I want to know where that plastic came from. Like, I don't see... I'm feeling all around the slab. Again, sorry about this, guys. I just don't want to miss the... You know, if a book is cracked, and as you know, if I don't send the book back or report it within 14 days, they won't change it. They're really sticky about that. So I'm just checking out if I feel a crack anywhere. I don't see anything so far. That's really weird. Okay. That's a pretty big piece of chunky plastic that came out of somewhere. But where? All right, what else are you guys saying? Scott's here. It's a good morning for me, but evening for all of you. Good evening, Doc. How you doing, Scott? Hope you're having a great day or a good start to your day in Japan. I hope you have a great weekend as well, too. All right, it's none of these guys from the looks of it. John Sherwood's here. Boy, the Sherwood brothers are both here. Pat and John are here. Excellent. All right. I guess we will continue with the slabs. Here we go. We got 30 people in the house. Come on, guys. Only 16 likes. Please hit those like buttons. Again, when you subscribe and you like, it helps with the YouTube analytics. It tells other people, other comic collectors about my channel, and it draws people here, which would be really appreciated. Okay, here we go. We got a nice ASM 300 and a 9.6. This is really weird. We have an ASM 59 and a 4.5. We have a 9. Oh, there we go. Could it have smashed from here? Here's the whole corner of this baby got smashed out. Where is it? Come on, go to focus. There we go. Look at that baby right there. There we go. All right, so we know this one's been damaged. Anyways, 2016 One Punch Man My Hero Academia in a 9.6. I'm going to put this one aside because it has to be. I'll do the paperwork for it as soon as the stream is over, so I can make sure it gets sent out on Monday. Hopefully, no more cracked. Oh, I heard something. Oh, wishful thinking, Kevin. Lower Deck, Star Trek Lower Decks also smashed. In delivery right there, see? And that one's a 9.8. It's a great copy and a 9.8. Unfortunately, the owner's going to have to wait a little bit longer as we send it back to get reslabbed. Oh, please don't be any more. No more. Okay, so far so good. We have The Adventures of Sly Cooper. I'm checking them all very carefully, guys. But you know what? Remember the 125 that I just did? Only one was cracked, so that's not bad. You know, it's gonna happen. 9.8, right there. I don't see any cracks on that one. Tokyo Ghost #1. These are Chris's books, I think. in a 9, or maybe Pierre's in a 9.8, I forget. We've got a signature series book. I think this would be, I have a feeling this belongs to Spiro, I think. Because I don't remember any other guys that are doing booster goals. Signed by Dan Jurgens in a 9.2. Signed in yellow right there, which is kind of cool. Injustice, Gods Among Us, number 1. The variant cover. 9.8. 9.8. Gotta love it. All right, so 2 cracked books so far. Okay, that stack's high enough. Let me put some of these back. A lot more books on the way back as well, guys. If you're just getting here now, just doing 1 box tonight. It's the kind of the leftover box, I guess, from the big return that came back late last week. And I have many more boxes on the way back as we speak. Let's go over to the chat again, see what else you guys are saying. John saying hello. Jeremy says, Kevin, I missed so many of these. Watch them all later, though. Stoked to be here tonight. I'm guessing my end of May books may be close to going. Yes, they are, Jeremy. For sure they are. I'll give you guys all an update. We are into May, probably getting into June, like very, very soon. Again, listen, if we didn't move shops, June would be done by now. So we're playing catch up right now. Also had a few emergency rush orders. You guys, I have that service for emergency rush orders, usually reserved for very high-end books. I had a few of those this week to do. And I felt bad because the gentlemen, it was not just one, it's 2 guys who sent them in. They sent them in as I was moving, so I couldn't even work on them. So I'll probably give a little discount on that because it wasn't as emergency rush as I would have liked it to be. But that being said, they're still going to get back within a month, which is good. But May and June will be, I think we'll get into June within the next week and a half or so. And I can tell you that July and August, while submissions were coming in, they weren't heavy months. So I got a feeling we're going to get through July and August very quickly. But I'll tell you, September has been busy. Submissions have been pouring in. If you have books you want to do, don't wait on it. Fill out a submission form, my friends. Get in the queue. I hope the queue won't, I never want the queue to be 12, 13, 14 weeks. I'd like the queue to be around 6 to 8 weeks, but let me know. I'm also going to start pushing the signature series more as well. We're going to kind of have a faster turnaround for people who want to have their books signed. I also found out from Signature Series when they were at Fan Expo that if you have a book like this and you want to get a second signature on it, as a facilitator, I'm going to check with them, but apparently I can crack these out, press them, and resubmit for a second signature. I'm going to find that out for sure, but that's what he told me. But I will double check that because I've had people ask for that service and I've turned them down only because I don't know. I didn't think they would maintain the signature series status. So something to look forward to. Outdone by my big bro once again. John. Robert says, good evening, Kevin. Hey, everyone. How you doing, Robert? Good to see you. Rob Binns here as well. Mr. Pedersen from California is here. Hey, Kev, I'll send you the list of the stuff I have coming. Yeah, please. I want to see what's going on. And just like the others, Kev, that Ultimate Fallout 1 in 25 is going out early this coming week. It'll be the first shipment I send out once after the shop opened back up again. Sam's here. What month? Well, I kind of went over that, Sam. So I'm sure you probably heard that. Treasure Edition says, "How's the setup? The new store coming? It's the work area, like the pressing area, is functioning. It's functioning well. It's funny, I was bragging about how much more room we have, but I could still use more. I could still use more room. Like I was envisioning a shipping area, a place to put boxes and bubble wrap and that kind of stuff, styrofoam peanuts. That's not happening. I was hoping for like a computer area. I can do all of it, but I get to scale it back. Also, I ordered For those of you that want 50, and if you're local, 56 point thick, ultra thick 56 point boards, they're back in stock. I have to package them all up, but I have them. I ordered like 5,000 of these babies, and I'm just gonna say right now, they're the best 56 point boards I've ever seen. I found a paper guy. I'm just gonna say I found a paper guy who custom cut these for me, and they're going to be comparatively priced to the other ones that are on the market, and they are laser sharp and clean. You know, sometimes the 56 point boards you get currently, they have fluffies in them sometimes, pieces of paper fluff. These don't have that. They're clean. They're so sharp you'll cut your hand. I mean, you won't, but I mean, they're that sharp. They're laser precision cut. So I'm excited to share those with you as well. Those will be available at the shop probably in about a week and a half, in bundles of 50, if you need them. But yeah, Treasure Edition, it's coming along well. The store area is going to take a while. It's going to take a while, but I don't care. Again, the store area is great to have set up, but that's not my priority. My priority is getting the pressing and cleaning area going lickety split. Once that's up and running, I'll work on the store slowly over the course of the next few weeks, and I think I'm going to have like an actual official grand opening probably early October. Where I'll have some sales and some giveaways and I don't know, whatever. People who are local can come by for some cake and coffee or whatever. That's what I'm hoping to do anyways. Warren says, hello, Warren. Good to see you. Spiro says, that would be mine. Spiro, congratulations. Rob Bin, how did you get the Yellow Label book? Who witnessed it? This one here? You're talking about Spiro's book. So what happens there, Rob, is CGC, and this is kind of came about due to COVID, I would think. Because there were no shows, right? There were not a lot of conventions going on. CGC started doing a lot more in-house signings with artists, creators, actors, whatever. And it worked. They liked it. And so what they've done now is if you go to the CGC website, you can see all the upcoming artists and creators and whatever actors that are going to be appearing at CGC in Sarasota. Now, what we do was myself as a submitter, as an authorized dealer, Spiro gave me his book. I did my pressing and cleaning. I also created a box for Spiro, like a signature box. And I did the paperwork and I sent it in for him. And then CGC witnesses it there and they send it back to me. Yeah, so that's how that's done. And see, because it was such a success for CGC to do this during and just after the COVID lockdowns, they just kept doing it. It's convenient, right? They can have guys there every day of the week rather than having to go to New York or to California or to wherever. They book a time and the artist or whoever comes in and they sit there and they sign for a week or so. And it's been working pretty good. The only problem with it is my turnaround time is so crappy that I sometimes can't get these books ready in time for people. That's been an issue. So hopefully over the course of the next month and a half, that will be rectified. I will start promoting some of the more popular artists on my website and on Instagram to let you guys know who is going to be there. If there's somebody upcoming that you may be interested in, and I'll have my own personal deadline to get the books into me to have pressed and cleaned in time to have it signed in Sarasota. All right. James is here too. Frank DeStas is here. What's up, Kevin? How are your highs? Also, are all my books in? Would like to come pick up a Saturday if possible. Frank, I did get your message just before the stream. Yeah, I think they're all in. You got a lot in. I can bring them on Saturday for sure. Frank, if you wouldn't mind going to my website and just clicking that blue button on the contact section, that'd be great, so I can have your name in my list. See, I have that. Again, guys, if you're coming into the shop to pick up books, first of all, I'll contact you when your books are ready. Like what you're seeing today, I will not have ready for this Saturday. This will be ready for next Saturday. But I will contact you using text or an email if you don't have a cell phone. And I'll give you a link to my appointments page. And that really just keeps me organized. Without that appointments page, I end up going to the shop and forgetting people's orders. And I don't want to do that. I don't keep everybody's books at the shop. Okay? So in order to bring with me to the shop, I do that Friday to prep it. And I look at my list And the list cuts off 24 hours before my shop hours on Saturday. So if you don't make the appointment by, like, say, 9:30 on Friday morning, you can't come on Saturday to pick up. So, Frank, if you wouldn't mind going there to my contact, that'd be great. And I'll bring what I have, and I'm pretty sure you're pretty much done. I'm pretty sure you are. Yeah. Oh, Wobbles is here. How you doing? 49 Felix. Sorry, how you doing? I missed your thing there. And the Comic Rookie's here. Hello, Doc, from Germany. How is that Giants and X-Men coming along? Did you figure out if the glue came off? The comic... What are you... Oh, you're still in Germany? Carlo? I thought you were back. Why are you in Germany? Text me. Please, let me know. Okay? I hope all's well, buddy. No, haven't got to it yet, but I will. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think your books are really close now, because I think you're May, June. Wobbles, thanks for eyeballing my Uncanny Avengers #1 Grand Nav variant at Fan Expo. I submitted to CGC after you said with the press it most likely would come back in 9.6 to 9.8. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Wobbles, I'm glad it worked out for you. Next year, if I do Fan Expo next year, a big if. It's so much work, guys. But if I do Fan Expo again next year, I will have the signature series thing all set up so I can get signatures for you and press and clean and then send to CGC for you. Wobbles, I'm glad they did it for you. And I don't want to slag on CGC pressing or nothing, but let's be honest, they don't do the job that a lot of us independent pressers do. They just don't. You're going to get a better press from one of us. So I will offer that next year and see how that goes. If I do Fan Expo, it's a lot of... Fan Expo's a lot of work, guys. I just did 2 days and it killed me. Oh, look at this beauty. Batman Day Foil Edition. In a 9.8. We'll keep going here because we're almost done, actually. Oh, here it is. This is a bit. I never realized how big of a book this was. Luke gave me a low-grade copy of this a few months back. And I think it came back a 3 or a 4 or a 5. I don't remember now. But I did not realize how expensive of a book it is. This one came back an 8.0. This book went along with the other... this is the book I was talking about earlier on in the show that was submitted with the Star Trek #1. 8.0 in this book's a massive book. I want to hazard a guess. This is like a $5,000 or $6,000 book. Am I wrong? If someone wants to look that up, this is a massive book. Scooby-Doo #1. Keep your eye open for it, guys. It's a big book. All right, we've got a 7.0 copy as well, and I'm just, again, feeling for cracks in the slab. Big, chunky cracks. Newsstand edition in a 7.0. And another Amazing Spider-Man 300. This one in a 9.0 with a cool custom label. Gotta love that. We also have a New Mutants. Oh, this one's smashed to smithereens. Oh, my Lord. 9.6 copy, New Mutants 98, newsstand copy in a 9.6. This one's also smashed up, guys. The comic appears to be in good condition, but the slab, look at this. The slab did what it was supposed to do. It protected the comic, I suppose. But so that's 3 books in 1 box smashed, and we still got about 6 more to go. These are Vince's books, I think. Some of these. I think some of these are Vince's books. Submariner #1 in an 8.5. That's a nice grade on that book. All right, my stack is high yet again, so I will go to the chat room. You guys are chatting up a storm. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying. Great colors. Yeah, Scooby-Doo is beautiful. Yeah, tell me about it. 49 Felix says, "Hey Doc, what do you recommend when pressing a magazine size book like TMNT?" What do you mean recommend? What do you mean recommend? Is there something specific you need to know about? Let me know what you mean specifically, 49. Treasury Edition, Scooby-Doo 1 in that grade, last sale. Oh, okay, I'm totally off. I thought it was more than that. Okay. $3,000 US. So what is that? That's around a $4,000 book, Canadian. Still a big book. But I thought it was more. I think that Deadpool was mine. Frank, I don't think so. But, yeah, I don't think it was, actually. I think that Deadpool book belongs to Vince. But you know what? Last time I thought a book belonged to Vince, I was totally wrong. So I don't know. We'll see. But these books have not been sorted yet. These ones right here. So I don't know. I'll try, Frank, when I'm putting your books together, I'll try to figure out if there's any that are in this batch, and I'll pull them out for you. Okay? But I'm going to do that tomorrow night. In the meantime, I know, if you wouldn't mind, I have a bunch of guys already coming on Saturday. Please just go over to my contact page on my website, and there's the link right there in the blue button. It takes you 2 seconds to make an appointment, and Bob's your uncle. All right. So that's 3 books that I have to create a, what do you call it, for mechanical error. All right, let's keep going. A few more to go, my friends. Okay, I think this was Jason's book. Jason F's, I think it is. X-Men 141 and a 9.6. I've been waiting for, that was a reslab, if I remember correctly. This was kind of a piss off. They sent, if this is the one, they sent this book back and it wasn't sealed properly at the bottom. And it was sealed, but not perfectly. And I didn't catch it. And, you know, I wrote them. I says, will you guys fix this? And it was after the 14 days. But it wasn't cracked. It was just they didn't seal properly. And I said, the seal's not there. No, you got to send it for a reslab. That doesn't count. Because the book is still fine. I'm like, what are you talking about? The book's still fine. Anyways, gorgeous book. 9.6 right there. Oh, wow. ASM 129. I'm very jealous because I want a copy of this book. Wow, that came back at 9.0. White pager. All right. Well, who's that? Congratulations, man. There's a kind of a foxing stain on the back of this one, right? Let's see if I can show you right here. You see? Down there. So I'm kind of shocked it came back at 9, but hey, man. Good on you. A very pretty book nonetheless. Okay, well, another Spider-Man 300. And this one has no cracks, thank goodness. Awesome label. 9.8. A 9.2 qualified copy of Hulk 181, missing the Marvel value stamp. Missing the Marvel value stamp. And last but not least, this one. Last but not least, X-Men number 12. First appearance of the Juggernaut, I believe. Yes, it is. And the origin of Professor X, and a 6. It's 6.5. I don't know, guys. I got a feeling right now CGC's going through a light area. A light, you know, sometimes they mark really hard and they grade really hard. Other times they grade really easy. Right now, based on not just these, but other books I've been seeing, and from what I hear from other people, other guys sending books in, it seems to be they're going through a bit of a lighter period here. So maybe it's a good time to send your books in right now because I'm seeing some big grades. Warren Meredith, hey Doc, how long ago did you send this submission? Very soon. Guys, a lot of these books are coming. CGC's fast. I'm getting, no books are staying at CGC usually longer than 30 days. That's the longest. They're usually back. Ship there and ship back usually within a month or less. Now, sometimes CGC does stupid stuff that cause the books to stay there a little longer than I like. Again, I'll bring up Steven's name. He was waiting for, we sent a high value submission in quite a while ago. And it sat there for like 2 months. And it was a high value. It should have been gone immediately. And when I phoned CGC, they said, "Oh, well, that was going to be shipped back to you." I said, "No, it's supposed to go to my client in California." So they shipped it out. But he's been waiting. He got other books that should have been slower before those books, which is really kind of weird. Then that magazine that I first showed you, again, they screwed that up and sent it to me. Like that book's been out for a long time too. But honestly, you're looking at about 30 days or less when you're booking, when you're sending stuff to CGC. Right now, you're waiting for me. But I'm telling you, July was light. August was pretty light. We had a bit of a good submissions in June. But not, I think we're going to be, again, I think by end of September, early October, we're going to be back to what I thought we were going to be at now, about an 8-week turnaround time. So things are speeding up, which is good. Yeah. And I'm bringing more presses to the shop too. I'm going to bring another two presses to the shop, big ones. So it'll help us get even more done. 49 Felix says, size of paper or card stock? Well, you have to use bigger paper on those, obviously. You have to use, what's nice to use on those magazines is and I don't have any here to share with you or show you, but the treasury size. I like using the treasury size boards on magazines, whether it be TMNT books or Sports Illustrated. I like to use the treasury size boards. The 28 points are nice. They're a good size. It covers the whole magazine. And when you're using paper to stuff inside the book, if that's your technique, just get some really high quality, acid free, legal size paper. I believe the legal size paper works. 2 or 3 sheets of that in the back cover, front cover. And of course, with your release paper, Bob's your uncle. And those TMNT books really press out really, really nice. So, yeah, look, it's great. If you buy a stack of those treasury size boards, they'll last you. There's 100 of those in there. That'll last you a long time. And you can use them over and over and over again until they start getting shitty. But they will last you a little while. So that's what I would use. If you use magazine size boards, I find sometimes there's a little too close to the same size of the book. And if when you don't have a lot of play, if that thing shifts, if that board shifts when you push down on the press and then you imprint the board onto the comic, oh my God. I'd rather, I'd recommend you don't use magazine size boards, but wait and find some of those treasury size edition. I had some down there somewhere, but this place is a bit of a mess right now. So yeah, look for those. Okay, I know that Comic Pro line has a line of those size boards, but I know most comic stores don't carry them because not a lot of guys use them, right? But you can maybe order them from their website, maybe, or you can ask your local comic store to pick some up for you. Okay, that's what I recommend. Hope that helps. Brian Bowman, that X-Men 12 is mine, I think. Can't believe because you thought it would be lower, or can't believe because you thought it would be higher? It's okay. I think you answered your question the last comment there. Scott, I'm impressed that you got that ASM 300 up to a 7. I thought a 5.5 was going to be the limit. It's yours? I don't know whose or whose. So, I'm always happy when you get higher grades, but maybe the X-Men 12 is karma for getting hammered on the grades of my last submission. Yeah, they were kind of rough on you. I'm telling you guys, they go through waves. Good 49. Something else happened recently. I don't even want to tell you. I don't even want to tell you because it's so stupid. Well, I'll tell you. I don't care. What? I'll tell you. But I mean, this just goes to show you how everybody's opinion is different. You know what I mean? I'm not going to mention what book it was. I'm not going to mention anything like that. I'm just going to tell you kind of in a nutshell what happened. I had a book come back a while ago, and it came back with a conserved grade. And it said that it was a very high conserved grade, by the way. And it said that something had happened with the book, that something happened with the book. That's all I'm going to say. And I know what they said happened didn't happen. They were out to lunch. They were wrong, 100% wrong. The book was gorgeous. It was a Silver Age, gorgeous book, high grade, and no one tampered with this book. The only person who tampered with it was me, and that I pressed it. That's it. I pressed and cleaned the book. That's all. So we get the book back, and it's friggin' like I said, conserved grade. Nice grade. Not as high as I thought it was going to be, but nonetheless, a conserved grade. And what they said about the conserved note, I thought was full of baloney. It was wrong. So I waited to talk to the owner. At first, he was, okay, well, it is what it is, right? I'll take the book. And I said, you know what? Screw that. I go, why don't we send it back again? Let's just wait a couple of weeks or a few weeks, and we'll send it back and see what happens. I said, I'm going to repress the book for you because it's been handled. And I don't like to send it back, after it's been handled by so many people. I won't charge you for that. I go, and I'm going to give you my discount on the regrading. What do you think? He says, and I said, I'm not going to charge you for shipping either. There's just one book. So free shipping. You're going to pay my fee for the grading. That's it. I said, let's try it, Kev. Let's try it. So I cracked it out. And the book, again, gorgeous. It really didn't even need a press, but I gave it another quick press before I sent it. Got the book back. Well, it's coming back. It's not back yet, but it's coming back. But I know the grade. I'm going to tell you right now. The conserved notation was no longer there. The book was now a blue label. And on top of that, it went up 2 grade points. Okay? It went up 2 grade points. What did I do to that book? I look at, like I said, do they have 3 guys look at every single book? I don't know. Look, I contacted CGC. You all know I went to Orlando about 3 weeks ago. And listen, I hang my hat with CGC. You guys know I do. And I don't deal with CBCS. I deal strictly with CGC. And you know what? I contacted them prior to going to Orlando. I said, I want to come to your facility. I want to come meet the people I talk to on the emails, people I talk to when I deal with customer service. Nice to put a name to a face, and even for you to put a name to my face. And I want to see your facility because my clients, you guys, ask me all kinds of questions about CGC, and I would like to be able to answer your questions as accurately as possible. And I think by going there, meeting the people, seeing the facility, even seeing how, even just walking into the room where they do the grading to see how it's all set up, I think would be beneficial, not only to you as my client, as a customer of CGC, but for me as someone who is I'm an authorized dealer. Why would you not want me to see your facility? So anyways, I contacted the customer service. No, we're not doing tours. We're not doing tours at this time. I said, well, I don't want a tour, really. I just kind of want to check things out a little bit. And so I wrote the vice president. I said, listen, man, I go, I do a lot of business with you guys, and I can't understand why you would not want, when an authorized dealer wants to come out to you. I'm not asking you to fly me out there. I'm going to fly myself out there. I'm going to drive myself to your facility. Show me around. Give me a sweatshirt. Give me a ball cap that I can wear on my show. And make connections with your authorized dealers rather than just having all these nameless, faceless people you don't really know. Nope, we don't do that right now. We have, the words he used, he said, we have proprietary equipment we don't want people to see. Okay, well, don't show me that stuff. But there's other things I'm sure I can figure out and see. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at, guys, is I don't know how things work over there. I don't know if 3 guys look great. I used to hear that 3 different graders grade a single book. If that's the case, and 3 guys effed up and said that book a couple of months ago had a conservation issue that they figured, weeks later no longer had that conservation issue. And I can tell you, I did nothing to that book other than give it a really quick press and send it back. So how did that book come back without that classification this time? I don't know. It's very frustrating. I guess it's just human error, I suppose. But to me, if 3 guys are looking at a book, 3 guys should just could debate the fact, if you're not sure those staples have been, I just gave it away. I gave it away. All right, it was a staple issue. If you don't know if those staples have been swapped, then if you're not 100%, then why would you do that? Like, why would you indicate that? It makes no sense. Anyways, I have to admit, Warren says, I get scared when you say you don't know who is whose. Oh, the books? Warren! Of course I don't know whose books are whose. But these, my friend, these tell me whose books are whose. Every single book on here has a number. Like, for example, this book here. The one with the Star Trek lower deck says the invoice number is 4309333. Okay? Well, hold on. I'll show you something. I'll use Frank because Frank was on here. I'll use Frank as an example. You see all those numbers here? You see that? That's Frank. Those are all of his invoice numbers. 430, and he's got about 7 different invoice numbers there. Those invoice numbers on here connect to the invoice numbers that CGC sends me. There's no way I can mistake whose books are whose. Now, has it ever happened to people in the past? I've heard horror stories. That's why I tell everybody, every single person, every one of you who works with me, each of you gets your own file, your own dossier. I don't mix people's orders up. I don't combine Warren's books with Frank's books with Brian's books. Brian has his own folder. Frank has his own folder. What happens now, once I've done this show and I've showed you all these books, I put them back in their box. I give these invoices to my daughter and she correlates it all for me. She correlates it. So she puts all of Brian's books with his books, all of Frank's books with his books, all of your books with your books once they go. There's no mistakes. There's no mix-ups. Now I do, and look at CGC does charge, like I charge that $9 CGC fee, right? That's because that's why they charge that. Sorry, they charge that invoice fee. And some dealers want to try to save money on that. And they'll combine people's orders. So they'll combine, if Bill has 10 moderns and Stanley has 10 moderns and John has 5 moderns, well, you can put 25 moderns in a box. Let's combine those 3 orders together. That's where problems can happen. So I say, screw that. I don't combine orders. Everybody gets their own invoice fee. Everybody pays their own everyone gets their own file. Everyone pays those invoice fees. That's all there is to it. And that just solves that problem. I'm not mixing people's books up. That's a problem I do not have. So I'm happy to say that. And Warren's now laughing. But yeah, don't worry about that. That's not an issue. That's why you guys have me, to make sure that does not happen. Believe me. I think that Hulk 181 is mine. Too bad the stamp. Darn right it is. Daniel Michelli, hi Kevin. Just want to ask, what's the current turnaround time for a press while not including CGC? Have a great night, Daniel. Right now, I'm going to say 8 to 12 weeks. 8 to 12 weeks. It might not be that long though. It may not be that long. I'm saying that right now just to be on the safe side. A fella came in the other day to drop off some books, and I said 14 weeks. He was, I'm like, it probably won't be 14 weeks. I'm just quoting that so I don't want to tell you guys 6 weeks and then it takes 10, right? I rather tell you more and get it back sooner than tell you less and it takes longer, right? That makes sense. But I'm saying probably 8 weeks is safe, 2 months for us to get to them. And guys, that's with like 3 of us working on books. That's how many books we still have in queue. We're doing something right here, my friends. I mean, today I was in the shop reviewing books, and again, I don't know who else does this or not, but I do this, and I'm proud of this. I like this. It's worked out, and Napur finishes her books. They're in a stack. I go through them. She's usually with me when I do it, and I most of the time I review every single book. I look at every single book back and front, open her up. If I'm happy, it goes in one pile. If it needs work, I explain what I want to see done, and it goes back and they work on it some more. And I said to Napur, because her stacks are usually, I'm not going to say she's 100%, but she's pretty damn close. I say, maybe we're getting to the point where I don't have to do this anymore. And she says, but I like when you do this. I like when you review the books because it just puts me, she said, I feel better about it, and I think it's a good service for the clients. And I think, you know what, you're probably right. So yeah, I review every single book. And oftentimes Charlo comes over and we all kind of look at the books together. And yet it does take time. But that's the kind of attention to detail I like. And I think that sets us apart from the other guy. We look at the books, three eyes. I could tell you at least 2 of us are looking at them. Oftentimes 3 of us, and I'm always included in that. I'm always, whether I work on it personally or not, I'm looking the book over every single time. It's getting my seal of approval. And that takes time, right? It takes time. We don't put a book in once and out she goes. They oftentimes go, more often than not, they go at least twice. And again, if we have a stubborn book, can go in 3, 4, 5 times. Great. Putting together a few books to send you away. This is Dan from Alberta. If it is, your other books are back. If that's you, your Star Wars books are back. The ones that were damaged. So I'll get those. If I have books outstanding to ship out to you, I'm going to try to get outstanding books shipped out. To people with individual orders who elected to have their books shipped, or if you live out of province, I'll try to get them out to you towards the middle to end of next week. Or CGC will be probably beginning to middle. I'm going to try to put a day together so I can send those out. Oh, Toronto. Okay, wrong Daniel. That's okay. No problem, Dan. I appreciate it. I figured that out. All right, guys, what time is it? It's 10:17. Listen, I'm done. I'm taut in here. I'm going to go to bed. Another long day. Thank you for joining me. A lot of you showed up, for a pretty last minute unboxing. Again, if you want to take part in these chats, subscribe to the channel. A lot more boxes are on their way back right now. A couple of really nice books are on their way back right now. I'm excited to share with you once they do arrive, probably Saturday or Sunday. So until then, my friends, please, again, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that notification bell. You never know when I will go live. And until next time, hey, it's almost Saturday. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. Stay safe, and we'll see you again very, very soon right here on the Comic Doctor YouTube channel. Until next time, my friends, all the best. Bye for now.